Hi, you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. We're joined by Chief Tim McConnell, who is the superintendent of the fire department. Councilmember Gray would be here, but he's at a council meeting as we speak, and asked to forgive his absence. We have our legislators and our senators. Senator J.P. Morrell is with us. Austin Badon. Our newly elected state representative, Joseph Bowie, is with us. I thank you for that. We're joined by Cedric Grant, who is, as you know, the executive director of the Sewerage and Water Board, and his entire team of capital projects for the city. We have with us the regional director of FEMA, Mr. Tony Robinson, is with us today, all the way from Dallas. Tony, thank you so much for being here. Adrian Celestine, the director of recovery programs for the Office of Community Development. Dr. Doris Hicks. Dr. Hicks, I see you back there. Thank you so much. And of course, we have the Lower 9 Senior Center with us today. Miss Vanessa Geringer is with us today. Miss Vanessa, it's nice to see you. And the mayor, the real mayor, Mr. Irwin, is with us. Where is he? Raise your hand. He's in the back. I don't come down here without calling first and to get his permission. So I thank you. Today's a beautiful day. Earlier today, we broke ground on Carver High School, not far away from here. A $53 million renovation for a state-of-the-art school. Last week, we cut the ribbon on Sidney Collier Technical School across the street, $21 million of investment. Not long ago, we opened up the 5th District Police Station. Across the street, if you can turn around and look, that community center, as you know, is gorgeous and it's spectacular. The school across the street is changing lives already. The school that's coming down the street is going to change more lives. And of course, we're here today to celebrate another step in our commitment to the Lower 9th Ward and to the people of New Orleans, and a commitment to give our firefighters all the resources they need so they can protect us. So I thank everybody for being here. It's been a long road. We've made a lot of tracks together. We've gotten a lot of great stuff done, but we also know that we have a lot more to do. But today is, I think, a day to celebrate and to be thankful that we were able to deliver on promises. This is a beautiful state-of-the-art station. It's engine number 39. It's $4.3 million. It's state-of-the-art stormproof. It's 9,000 square feet, and it is really a sight to behold. It's a symbol of progress and commitment, and I thank everybody for the work that they've done. And of course, I thank all of our firefighters for putting their lives on the line every day for the people of the city of New Orleans. Again, it's on top of a number of different milestones. The 5th District Police Station cost $7.2 million. The Sanchez Center and pool across the street cost $19 million. Oliver Bush Playground cost $2.1 million. The Sam Bonart renovations cost about $500,000. Lawless High School is going to be a $40 million investment. And of course, we have a lot more announcements to come. Yesterday, as I talked about the capital projects for the city, one of the things I talked about was roadway projects. And on Gordon and Flood, $7.9 million. The Holy Cross neighborhood, about $1.5 million. And we're going to do about $40 million of street repairs in the 9th Ward in the next year as well. Also, when we did the $52 million soft second program, we also focused on Lower 9, Middle 9, and Upper 9 as well. And of course, the lot next door, which is a really important part, and then grass cutting, all critical. Never enough. Always more to do, higher mountains to climb, but when we work together and we try to find common ground, beautiful things happen. So I thank everybody for the work that they've done. And now I'd like to call on Chief Timothy McConnell, who's our superintendent for the fire department, to speak for them as well. Chief, thank you for all your work.
Thank you, Good afternoon. I'd like to thank everyone that came out this afternoon to share our grand opening. For the citizens of the Lower 9th Ward and the men and women of the New Orleans Fire Department who are so dedicated to serving this community, this represents the city's commitment to the safety and protection of this community. Our number one priority post-Katrina was, when we built the facility, was to get it right. With this state-of-the-art facility, we're doing just that. This facility gives the first responders the sustainability to safeguard the citizens of this community throughout a disaster, and goes a long way in revitalizing the 9th Ward neighborhood. I'll give a little history about the fire department here in the Lower 9th Ward. Engine 39, which was on St. Claude and Tupelo prior to Katrina, was constructed at a point in time when the department was evolving from horse-drawn steamer engines to mechanized apparatus. And it was the first one that was built in the city of New Orleans, and it was the first 20th century firehouse built for a mechanized pump. So no horses, no stables, no hay. It was the first one in the city that was built that way. And now we have the first 21st century modern firehouse, first one in the city's in 20 years. And it's designed specifically to stand as a give resiliency to operate throughout a major storm and disaster. So much like the wonderful citizens of this city, and specifically the lower 9th Ward, who have returned to build their homes and live here, this can only be described as one of the greatest and tight-knit communities in the city. And so for folks who are passionate about their friends and neighbors, we now have a station that is just as resilient to support and protect you. I want you to know that this is your fire station, that we are your neighbors. We encourage you to come visit it, bring your kids here to come on the fire truck, visit us, hold your community meetings here, and we thank you for making us part of your community, part of your family. Thank you.
State Representative Wesley Bishop.
Good afternoon. This has been a phenomenal day in District 99. It's been very busy today. This morning we had a chance to leave the groundbreaking for the new George Washington Culver Senior High School right here in District 99. Now we see this new fire station right here in District 99. I look parallel and I look forward to the day that we cut the ribbon on the new Sanchez Center right here in District 99. I walk down the street and I see Dr. Hicks behind me, and I realize that soon we'll be cutting the ribbon on the new MLK High School. So it's been a phenomenal day for District 99, and as so goes District 99, so goes the city of New Orleans. I look forward to working with you. I see Ms. Vanessa here. I can't say hi to her because we all know that she's an advocate for this institution, and an advocate for the lower 9th Ward, and everybody else, Claude Stewart, and everybody that's here. We look forward to today that we cut many different ribbons. We realize that it's been far too long that we've been able to celebrate like this here in the lower 9th Ward. We want to make sure that our next several years are far, far better than our last 9 years. Peace and God bless.
Good afternoon. It's really a great pleasure to be here. When the mayor came in office, he asked us to begin to plan on a place-based strategy where we would create places like this and begin the process of rebuilding by putting in our public investment. So this was the first community that I visited with the place-based planning director with the community to begin to talk about where this station was originally planned for across the street. And working with the community, we put it where the community knew it should go and where it made sense to finish off this place. And then we began the process of working with the fire department to make it resilient. And as the chief said, one that's going to survive through all the events that we have here. So I'm here to thank my team, capital projects that worked through this, FEMA, my partners who saw the vision that we had that basically allowed us to upsize this to the right size. And that took a little back and forth, but we got it right. And so this is the new standard for fire stations around the city, as the chief indicated. So this is the first 21st century fire station, but not the last. So I would suggest to you that enjoy it. As the chief said, make it a part of your community. We'll be back in a few months to dedicate Sanchez Center, and then the street improvements that are to come. So when all the streets are torn up, don't get mad. They're just going to get better. So thank you. I'll be followed by Tony Robinson, Regional Administrator, true friend and partner.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here today, and as we've talked about, to reflect on the partnerships. I want to thank Mayor Landrieu, Chief McConnell. It really is the vision of all of us working together to continue on with the recovery and the commitment that FEMA's made to the state of Louisiana and the lower 9th Ward. This facility becomes a cornerstone, not only for public safety and to serve those heroic firefighters, but to serve the community and become a pillar of the community. So we're glad to be here today and glad to be continued in the commitment to our recovery in Louisiana. I want to thank the men and women of FEMA who continue to work day in and day out to continue with that recovery. Thank you all.
Good afternoon. I'm Adrienne Celestine with the State Office of Community Development. It is my privilege to be here today with Mayor Landrieu and all of you to celebrate the grand opening of this fire station. The State Office of Community Development Disaster Recovery Unit contributed $600,000 to acquire the land that the fire station now stands on. As we have all learned, recovery from disaster must be a comprehensive effort. In addition to having a home to return to, residents must have access to basic community services such as these. These services are vital to the recovery of an area, particularly of the Lower Ninth Ward, which was especially hard hit by Hurricane Katrina. The state has invested more than $250 million in housing recovery in the Lower Nine, as well as an additional $2.5 million in infrastructure improvements, including funding for the Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary School right across the street and the new pool at the Sanchez Community Center. This fire station is another step in the comprehensive recovery effort for the Lower Ninth Ward, and I'm excited to see what's next for the neighborhood. Thank you for having me.
Please help me welcome Ms. Doris Hicks.
Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Doris Rocha Hicks. I'm the CEO of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Charter School, as well as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Senior High School and Joseph A. Craig. That's in our network. Our mission is to create and maintain an orderly environment where teaching and learning are innovative and creative, where students are learning to read, to write, to compute, and to think critically according to their fullest potential. To our Honorable Mayor, Mitch Landrieu, thank you so much, and to the many, many dignitaries that are here, and to the community members that made all of this possible. Thank you so very, very much. Welcome to our home in the Lower Ninth Ward, the exciting Lower Ninth Ward. As the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, the time is right to do the right thing. And the time was right. And we're just really, really excited about this facility, and we rejoice today in this celebration. The structure of this facility says a lot about our community and the image that we want to project. Today, I rejoice with all of you as we celebrate the opening of this beautiful facility. The old adage is true: good things come to those who wait. And we waited, and look what we have. Thank you so very, very much. And let me tell you, we honor the men and the women of the fire department. And may God continue to keep you safe and healthy. And of course, in keeping you safe and healthy, you're going to keep us safe. Thank you so very, very much. It was my honor. Thank you for coming out as we celebrate this facility. And look, we have two young men who are with our mentoring program, and I asked them, where are the others? The president said, well, I'm the president and this is the vice president. That's all that you need. There are about 40 of them from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. 41, that's right. And we do thank them for coming, and we have some of our staff members. But again, thank you for coming to the Lower Ninth Ward. We appreciate that.
Councilmember James Burke.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Thank the people of the Lower Nine for insisting that this be done, and it's done. You can look right across the street and see another place we're going to be cutting the ribbon very shortly. And slightly in the other direction, Ms. Hicks Institution, which is a great institution, doing great things with kids down here. I apologize to all of you. I was in a city council meeting, and we had an issue, Mr. Mayor, that we just had to stay and take that vote on, and then they passed it. But nevertheless, I'm glad to be here. The Lower Nine is going to do well. Watch us. There's a lot more coming. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, just to wrap, when we talk about place-based development, what we're talking about is not just building buildings, but building places, building homes. So we have houses, we have streets, we have a school, we have a recreation center, we have a fire department. It's the anchor of neighborhoods, because neighborhoods is what makes all the difference. And today is really a glorious day. It's just another step. I'm reminded, Ms. Hicks, of a prayer that Senator Bourgeois gave when the electricity was off. After one of the storms, she said, Lord, please give me patience, but hurry up. And that kind of sums up where we are today. So God bless all of you. Thank you so much. We know we have a lot more work to do. Senator Morrell, thank you again so much for coming, and for the architects, the engineers, all the laborers that worked on this building, and the community that gave us direction. This was all going to go over there, and that was going to be smaller. We got in a big row with FEMA. We worked it out. That got bigger. This got put over here. That school got built, and the one down the street, where the people of New Orleans are getting their fair share of what the United States of America said they were going to do for us, and no better place to do it than the Lower Ninth Ward. So God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much.